Yubel is back, and it's fine. Welcome everyone, I'm Martin here, and Yubel with Phantom Nightmare finally, its cover is revealed, and the cover card is Yubel. Uh, yeah, makes sense, kind of surprising, but it's all good. Yeah, so Yubel got some retrained, some new cards, they do work with the old stuff still, in a way. But yeah, Yubel cards, they're okay. Not much to say besides that, they're okay. And let's go over them one by one, shall we? So, Yubel, we got a new Yubel. Also, if you don't know how Yubel works, I don't blame you. They're all cards, bit gimmicky. Uh, but like, to really roughly explain it, Yubel couldn't be killed by battle, it took no damage when you attacked it. If it was destroyed in some way, you summon other Yubels. Now what, let me just pull up a card real quick. So yeah, when OG Yubel is destroyed by a card effect, you summon Terra Incarnate. When Terra Incarnate's destroyed, you summon Ultimate Nightmare. They work. They're a bit gimmicky. They aren't particularly good for nowadays. But that's how they work. Also, they don't take damage. Well, you take the battle damage with all of them. It can't be killed by battle. Yeah, that's how they work. And they kind of work with those cards. They have some cards like Lotus, which you pop, which lets the Yubel be popped to get those effects working. But you don't need to run those old ones. New ones were perfectly fine by themselves, and probably a bit better in some ways. So yes, new Rebel, level 10, Fiend same as stats. Fiend effect monster, 0 attack, 0 defense. And you're going to use the first and second card name once per turn. First effect is when your opponent's monster declares attack, some card from your hand. It's a body, can't be killed by battle, you're fine. Second effect is it's kind of special summoned, which, yep, you can take one top card that mentions Yubel and either add it to your hand or set it. Thumbs up from me. Third effect is can't be killed by battle, and you take no battle damage from battle's bonus card. Yep, there you go. And finally, fourth, if the card is destroyed, you can summon one of your Yubels that is banished in your hand, deck, or graveyard. So, yeah, summon the other Yubels as well. And yeah, summon from your deck, bounce back any zone. So yeah, just run new ones, summon one new old Yubel you want. Yeah, it works. Second card is a new Grinder Golem, Geist Grinder Golem. Will this one be limited or banned? Absolutely not. Level 8 Dark Fiend Effect Monster. Rather than 300,000 attack, 300 defense, and like go to the opponent's field. You can reveal one Yubel monster in your hand, which summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field. Then summon the reveal monster to your field. So get Yubel, they get this. Yeah. Once per turn, when you're in this part of battles, Yubel, opponent gains around 3,000. It's in your opponent's field, so you gain a free. So basically, you're going to gain 3,000. Fair enough. And finally, if you put summon Yubel while it's card's graveyard, something you opponent's field. Basically, your opponent has a monster in field, and this is probably not that necessary. Oh, but the fact that this does help you get Yubel onto the field, which is always, I guess, a good thing. Finally, Samsara Regeneration Lotus, 18. Level 1, Dark Fake, monster 0 attack, 0 defense, same stats as the original. And you can use the first, second, and third effects card once per turn. You should be able to copy summon one Yubel monster from your deck. If you're wondering, you cannot summon the Terra Incarnate or Ultimate Nightmare, they must be summoned by the previous versions of themselves. Well, Yubel, Terra Incarnate must be summoned by Yubel. But yeah, it's only here to get this one, really. Because that's a good one. During your opponent's turn, however, when your opponent's monster effect is activated while you control your Yubel monster, quick effect, you can tribute this card. That effect becomes destroyed when you Yubel on the monster on the field. Very good. We love basically, changing effects. That's a good effect. Not much else to say, really. It's probably your best form of interruption. And finally, during your end phase, if you control your Yubel, it's card together. You can either take this card and either add it to your hand or summon it. Easy. Finally, this is the reason why Super Police is going to stay in the game for a while longer. Yubel, Dias, Igwin, Libid, Watcher. That's probably said that completely incorrectly. Level 12 Dark Fiend Effect Monster. Choose our 1 Yubel plus 1 plus effect monsters on the field. What does that mean? Super Poly. Yep, the Yubel has the best Super Poly monster. Pretty much. You always gonna have Yubel on field. If you don't, it's really bad for you if you don't have Yubel on field. Anyway, wait, it's summon, 500 points damage to point for each material used. Easy, that's at least 1,000. Can help you in time, I guess. Can help you for battle card effects. And you take the battles from the card. Neat. And it's got battles and points ones that end damage that inflict damage to equal to the monster's attack. And if you do banish it, It's just a pain to get rid of. It does damage. It's super poly target. There you go. Decent card. Finally, the spells and trap. These are fine. Spell Nightmare Pain is a continuous spell with one or two continuous spells. Use the first effects card once per turn. In your main phase, you can destroy one dark monster in your hand or face a field, and if you do, add one Yubel or one card mentioned from your deck to hand except Nightmare Pain. Simple enough. The effect is while you control any Yubel monsters or monster opponent must attack if able. There you go. And finally, your opponent takes any bad damage you would have taken from battles involving Yubel monsters instead. Yeah. It's a fine card. You'll be playing this for the search effect. Simple as that. Finally, Mature Chronicles. Weird name. That is, yep. I can use spell card as well. Each time you need to select card that was per turn. Each time you Bell monster or monster that mentions your Bell's summon, place one Chronicle count on this card, and then you can remove up to 5 Chronicle counters from your graveyard to one of these effects. If you removed one, add a Bell from your graveyard to the hand. 2, add one of your Banish cards from your Banish cards to your hand. 3, Banish card from your deck. L4, destroy one card on the field. Neat. L5, add super polymerization from your deck to your hand. We love searchable super poly. Obviously, this is not the first way super poly can be searched. There's other ways you can do it, use its effect. It's a polymerization card. Either way, you may play this with a bit more eh. You probably will because it's continuous and it's basically at the bare minimum. It's only one counter to be a monster or reborn for your bell. So you can use it for the link material and bring it back immediately. So yeah, it's probably worth it. Finally, internal favorites. Continuous trap. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects, but you can only use the following effects once per turn. Or cards once per turn. Yep. Especially even you got a special summon. One of your monsters Spanish when you're regular, and you play can activate card effects and when it's summoned. So it's like super poly effect. Makes sense because it's what is over here. And if you control space, so you can summon the Yubel back. When it's summoned, so it gets like they still can negate the trap. They can't like negate the summon, I guess. I think that's how it's worded. And finally, if you control the Yubel monster, you can discard one card and send it as a card from your graveyard. And fusion summon, its base is super poly. It's throughout the neither player can respond. Part of the fact, if you summon one monster from your activation, your monsters on the eve of fusion this material excluding Yubel. Overall, these are fun. They're fun. They're probably, not meta or anything. They could be, if you it's the right deck, right time. Like, as most things can be sometimes. But they do, well, at the bare minimum, they seem fun enough. Which is always a good thing in Martin's book. So, yeah. What are your opinions? Like I said, I like them. They're neat. Overall, a pretty cool retrain. Didn't expect them. And I'm glad they're okay. Yeah. That's it, everyone. Thank you for watching. Take care and have a lovely day/night. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.